Well, good morning, everyone. And my name is Kim Belshé. I'm one of the 5 members of the governing body for Covered California. It was only just a couple of months ago that we kicked off open enrollment in Los Angeles County, right across the street at the train station. And as we said then, and I want to say now, I just consider myself so fortunate to be a resident of a state that is fully committed to making reform work in California for millions of Californians. It is important to reflect upon the fact that we are not necessarily, or not every state is necessarily in the same place. So how fortunate are we to be in a state that is actively working to bring affordable, quality health options to millions of Californians rather than resisting reform? How fortunate are we that California's amazing, diverse communities have been coming together in recent months to create a culture of coverage and to create pathways to affordable coverage for millions of uninsured Californians. How fortunate are we to be in a state which has individuals such as those of you who are here and throughout LA County that are tireless and passionate in terms of their commitment to use the next 18 days to get the job done to the best of our ability in this incredible effort, or as we say, countdown to history. And finally, how fortunate are we to have as the executive director of Covered California really the nation's leader in standing up health-based exchange in a way that is collaborative, constructive, effective, visionary, and fundamentally tireless in his advocacy to ensure that every single person who is eligible for coverage, we are going to continue the outreach and enrollment effort to the final moment to get them enrolled. So please join me in thanking and welcoming our executive director who has really made such an extraordinary contribution to getting us to where we are today and is committed to finishing the job strong, Peter Lee.
Kim, thank you so much for your leadership, but this really is a twofold event. One, it is a countdown to history. We have a little over 2 weeks to make sure that all Californians get the benefits of the Affordable Care Act, but it is also a thank you, because we are making history in California because of the people that we see here in the plaza at Alvera Street. We have representatives of community groups, of clinics, of labor, of the county. This is what is making California a success, and we are here to say thanks and to together continue on the path to make history. Our message today is we have 2 more weeks. We have between now and March 31st to get everyone we can across that finish line to get coverage. This is a finish line that is making the difference in literally millions of people's lives. Let me talk to you a little bit about the numbers that you have made possible. This morning, I'm very proud to announce that as of this last Sunday, through Covered California, in our private plans that individuals choose, over 900,000 Californians have signed up and picked a plan. That's a big number. Absolutely. But I can also tell you, and you'll hear more about this in a moment from Norm Williams, that as of the end of February, 1.1 million have come through Covered California and been determined likely eligible for Medi-Cal. Now, another 184,000 enrolled in Medi-Cal directly through county service agencies. Another 134,000 enrolled through Medi-Cal's Express Lane program. 650,000 have converted from low-income health programs across the state that wouldn't be there but for the Affordable Care Act. You add that up, across California, more than 3 million Californians have benefited directly from expanded coverage under the Affordable Care Act.
Covered California, with its legislative and regulatory partners in Sacramento, has built a new marketplace and focused on the product, building a good product. And we now have in California individual and small business health insurance options that are easier for consumers to understand and access. And because of all of you, more and more Californians know about these options and that there's financial help available to help buy them. We're also here today to re-energize ourselves in these last weeks of the campaign, the 2014 campaign to coverage. I'm honored to be here today with Dolores Huerta and thrilled to have her so visible in the campaign as she connects us with the history of California campaigns that have been forged to improve the lives of working people and particularly low-income immigrants in our state. So, we have a few more weeks. I think we can all get out, and you have the full faith and energy of the federal government behind you to go out and connect with more communities, sign them up before March 31st. And if we do this, we can achieve a lot more on our path to truly covering California with much improved access to health care and move us further down the road to improving the health of Californians and our great state. So carry on.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy to be here today, too, to participate in this historic event to acknowledge the progress that's been made in connecting individuals and families with health care benefits, many of whom for the first time. This historical and monumental task was accomplished through the tireless efforts of county staff and our agency partners who collectively enrolled thousands of people into the new Affordable Care Program. It's through the efforts of these public servants statewide in all the counties, with collaborations with Covered California, the Department of Health Services, and the County Welfare Directors Association, that affordable health coverage is now a reality to many individuals and families. Now, these efforts in LA County, we trained over 6,000 employees to help enroll into these programs. Effective January 2014, 2.1 million individuals in LA County are now receiving Medi-Cal benefits. This is a 479,000 increase since January of 2013. So for LA County, you heard the statewide numbers, but this is what we've done in LA County.
This historic effort is only possible through partnership, and we're seeing partnerships with counties, with community groups. And one of the other partnerships that I'm really excited to note right now is to introduce a fabulous partner with Covered California in our efforts. She's an icon. She's been working and organizing in this state since I was actually born. She's been promoting enrollment in Covered California since the day we were born, on October 1st. She's devoted her life to taking action and lifting people up. She worked side by side with Cesar Chavez and helped what we now know as the United Farm Workers of America. She spent years working for fair wages, equal access to social services, including health care. And she has been on the front lines for years. She is on the front lines with all of us to make sure that every Californian gets health care. Dolores Huerta is now featured in our radio spots, in social media, on TV, and she's here because she knows we must change America for the better, and we can. With that, I'd like to introduce Dolores Huerta.
Thank you very much. How wonderful that you're all here today, because we know this is really a historic moment. This is something that we have been working for over 60 years. When I think of Senator Ted Kennedy, may he rest in peace, this was his number one goal, to make sure that everybody in the United States of America would be able to have health care coverage. And now we have it. So now we just have to push and push and push, organize to make sure that we do make sure that every single person that is eligible will, be able to enroll in the Affordable Care Act. But in order to do this, we've got to reach out. We've got to reach out to everyone. We used to have this great saying in the Farm Workers Union, every worker is an organizer, right? So we want to say to everybody that's listening out there, everybody, all the media that's here, please contact everybody in your family, your neighbors, your friends, even people you don't like very much, okay? But just contact them and say, have you signed up? Have you signed up? If it takes maybe a little bit of time, like about an hour or so, hi, we've been working for this for 60 years, and to get your family covered. And young people out there, you're going to say, okay, I'm not going to get sick, but who knows? You might have an accident. You never know. But think about your mother and your father and your grandparents and your uncles, other members of your family. They are also part of this. This is for all of us. We've got to be, all of it, we have to be together. It's not going to work unless we're all in it together.
Between now and March 31st, there are more than 600 enrollment events happening across California. There are events happening in schools. There are events happening in churches across the state. If you want to find out about them, you can at coveredca.com. I want to reinforce that everyone, tell a friend, tell a family member. We all need to be reaching out and be organizers. It's our job to get our communities covered, and it's something we've seen California take leadership in doing, that you have taken leadership in doing.